I know what you guys are thinking. I know what you're thinking. There is not a... I don't know if this will get our video taken down. There is not a GUN on the other side of the camera facing Caleb.
There's not.
He is not being held hostage. He is recording this willingly.
Yeah,
for the video watchers, you'll know why I'm saying that.
The Wi-Fi in my house got messed up, so I had to go to someone else's and use their basement. And the room I was going to use didn't have a desk. And I'm not even using a desk. I'm using like a makeshift table.
Does it feel like almost like a yard down there a little bit?
No, it feels like prison.
Okay, I was going to say, you're recording a podcast in the basement yard?
Nah. You're right.
Welcome back to Yelling at Pigeons. Today is Wednesday, April 23rd. This is episode 39. Caleb, give me an athlete that wore number 39.
Make it
off the dome. That's good. Still wears number 39.
It still does.
I mentioned the basement yard. We would never steal anyone's name or idea because we don't steal things, despite the fact that we were accused of such this week. And
Shout out to the basement yard for 500 episodes, though.
They just had episode 500. Yeah, shout out. Hopefully that'll be us someday, celebrating 500. Still only have like 6 listeners, but we're just still going.
But we do it for the 6.
Yep,
we appreciate
for
them.
The 6. We do it for you, Toronto. All of our listeners in Toronto will do it for you.
I was like saying it because of you, like how much you care about January 6th. And how much you support that.
Are you finished?
Yeah.
I support locking them all up.
Well, you were there. You were there, so.
Obviously I wasn't. I kind of wish I would have went and just watched.
At least I'd be a fly on the wall.
Yeah. No, not at least. That is it. Just a fly on the wall. There's no other. No, at least. At most, a fly on the wall. At most, be a fly on the wall would be the idea. But it would have been a historic event to watch. That's for sure. Only because it's not that far away is why I say that. It would have been realistic. There are definitely people I'm around every day that were there, and I have no way of knowing.
But you...
I probably walk past at least one even if there's not, though. I'm just saying, they say you're never more than 7 feet away from a spider.
Yeah.
I'm probably never more than half a mile away from someone that was at the Capitol on January 6th.
That's probably true. The Eastern Shore of Maryland has got a lot of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'd be surprised if they didn't run a bus to go out there.
I'm sure they did. There actually are some people I know for a fact were there. So that's cool.
That is cool.
That's cool.
Is today Earth Day?
Sure.
Today that we're recording?
I think it is, actually. Because my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh, happy birthday, Robin.
She doesn't listen to this.
Well, it is today.
She might. If she listens to this, I don't know that she does. And honestly, if you're listening, I think I'd rather not know that you listen.
Yeah.
It's just more comfortable.
Same with my mom.
Yeah. I'm not telling you to stop. It's just if you do, I don't.
Even though we don't do it,
know.
We don't go over anything crazy. We don't cross the line ever. But
no. But it would just feel weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would feel like I constantly need to make sure that I don't. And right now, we don't stop ourselves from going over the line. We're just not people that we live behind the line.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not behind enemy lines, on our own lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, speaking of, I've been watching. Do you know the streamer Queso?
I've heard of him. I've heard the name Queso.
Yeah, his mom is always in his chat. It's so fun. It's awesome. That's the most supportive mother. That's all I had to say on that. I've just been watching some of his YouTube videos, and he's always...
I watched, and I briefly texted you about this. YouTube suggested me a podcast that only had 30 listeners.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to pull up their names so I can shout them out. The Basketball IQ podcast.
Basketball IQ.
These guys.
It's got to be high IQ. If you're going to put IQ in your name, it's got to be high IQ.
Oh, yeah. What I'm going to say is going to sound mean. I mean it lovingly because we are also very dumb. So I see that. I'm like 30 views. First of all, like double what we get.
Yeah,
and
awesome.
Second,
good for them.
Yeah, awesome. Second, we also have really bad takes sometimes. I watched this, the first episode I've ever watched of them. And one of the first things they say is this Mavs fan talking about how not only are they going to beat the Grizzlies in the play-in, they're also going to beat the Thunder in round 1. And he was so serious.
That's crazy.
And I was just like, this rocks because you just come in hot with the worst take ever.
Yeah. Well, because if it hits,
I watched
they're not popular enough for anybody to like call him out on it, but they're unpopular enough.
Technically doing that right now.
Yeah, but like, and it means anything. Like, but if they made a clip out of it and they did beat the Mavs,
it would have been great.
It would have been crazy.
That's a good point. Like, that's a good point.
When you're a small creator like us, we gotta just fire off the crazy takes. I don't want to get too much into basketball because that's tomorrow.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, shout out. That's awesome. Basketball
shout out to
IQ.
them. I thought it was funny. I actually listened to like probably half. I mean, it was an hour and a half long. I listened to probably half of it. I only turned it off because I was driving out to my sister's house and the weather was nice. I wanted to put music on. So.
We should get them on sports.
We should.
Do they record in person? Can you tell?
They do. They're all 3 in the same room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, five people talking would be crazy.
It would be. Yeah. It would be.
We talk over each other enough.
Yeah. We need to. Speaking of January 6th.
Oh.
We may need to storm somewhere. I don't really know where. Maybe Chipotle HQ.
Okay.
There was a post on what is this website? Reddit, I think.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, something like that. There's a post on there in the Chipotle group. An employee posted a picture and said, "New bowls today. They're way smaller."
What?
What are we doing, Chipotle?
What are we doing,
And
Chipotle?
here, I'll do you one better. I went to fact check this. Visited this unheard of website. Found it. The picture's been deleted.
Oh, So
now Chipotle not only is doing this, they're also making them take it down.
Yeah.
What are we doing here? What are we doing?
That's crazy. They already don't put enough in the bowls as it is. And
look, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Now they're making them smaller.
Yeah. I will say, if they had snuck this under my nose, I am dumb enough to just be like, man, they really started filling up the bowls again.
Yeah.
Like, they put way more in there. I feel way more full.
Yeah.
I am very dumb. I would not have noticed, which is why they probably made them delete it. Because they're like, we need to delete this before Luke sees it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I know now.
Now you know.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't really tell in the picture how much smaller they are. The stack is significantly shorter, but I don't know if that's just because there's less or they also both bags might be the same. I don't know. But it wasn't like a side-by-side comparison from what I could tell. But I take their word for it that they're way smaller. That's a shame.
So listen here. Listen here, Chipotle. Fix it.
Fix it, yeah. Get your act together. They had buy one, get one if you had a hockey jersey yesterday. Almost pulled up, but I was busy.
You should have. That'd been awesome.
Do you have a couple options?
Do you have a couple of hockey jerseys?
I have Jack Eichel Sable. I have a Jack Eichel Sabres jersey.
Sablers.
Not a tongue twister, but apparently it is. Sables.
Sables.
They don't really deserve to have their name pronounced correctly anyway.
No, the Sabres.
Yeah, Jack Eichel Sabres jersey. I also have a Mostly Sports Mr. Ed hockey jersey. And I have a UMass Lowell jersey from when I played there.
Oh, nice. Good for you. Yeah. I forgot you played hockey there.
Yeah, people always do. Play football at Auburn, hockey at UMass Lowell.
Wow, man. I went to an Orioles game this weekend. My mom got my dad like partial season tickets, so he was like, "Hey, you want to go? Are you good?"
You were in town?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah,
we hung out. We went to meetups. Anyway, went to an Orioles game. What would you say the perfect amount of hot dogs is. Like to where you're like, I could still eat more, but I'm comfortable.
At a baseball game or in general?
In general. Well, I guess in a baseball game it's probably lower in my eyes because they cost a lot more.
That's
but
true.
Like at
I
a
was going to say it
cookout,
might be higher, but that's a good point.
At a cookout, I'm eating as many as I can.
At a cookout, I would argue depends on whose cookout.
Yeah.
Because if it's not family, I'm probably only having 2. If I'm really hungry, maybe 3.
Yeah. You also have to factor
I'm not going
there might be
crazy
a burger there.
because there could be like there might be what?
A burger there.
Could be a burger. I might do 1 and 1. I might do 2 and 1 or something. Like I might mix it up. So it depends. In general, I'd say I don't know, 3 to 5.
3 to 5. I was gonna say I had 4 hot dogs at the game, and I felt content.
That's perfect. Like I know what people are thinking. That's a lot. Yeah, it is. That's the point. That's what makes it perfect.
If you don't want a man that can eat 4 hot dogs, then you don't want a man.
Yeah. You don't want a man that can throw down 4 wieners in one sitting.
Then what are you,
ladies? What are you even looking for?
What are you looking for? I just think it's the perfect amount. They were good, and I just felt I was like, you know what? I could eat another one, but I feel like I would have too much at that point. And when I got the first 2, I was like, this is great. I went back. I was like, do I want 1? I was like, no, 2 is going to be perfect. So 4 hot dogs. That's my perfect dog ratio. 1 man, 4 hot dogs.
Yeah. Speaking of men throwing down wieners, did you see Kanye's tweet?
No. I tend to stay away from his side. I know you're a big fan.
I've done... No. I was going to say, I've done a good job of not giving his tweets a whole lot of attention because I feel like most of the time it's just what he wants, attention.
Yeah.
And maybe I will, like, in real life, but not, like, on the show, or I don't, like, retweet him and comment on him, even though he does not care what I think. But you get what I'm saying. He contributes to it, right?
Yeah.
He had one. I don't even want to discuss it in depth, but you not knowing, you need to know about it. Okay? Long story short, he may or may not have. We talked about men throwing down wieners, right? I need you to connect some dots here.
Yep.
And this hot dog may have belonged to his cousin, and when they were 14. Actually, several times until they were 14.
But he made graduation.
We're all out of those.
Yeah. Yeah, that's this is the limit. This is the limit. Like it's that's insane.
Yeah.
I think someone just flushed the toilet upstairs. I could hear it.
Nice. Yeah, the end quote, to paraphrase, was, "My name is Ye, and I slewed my cousin's doob until I was 14."
Slewed my cousin's doob. Okay.
Until I was 14. And there's a story before that we won't get into of how that came about.
Yeah. Wild. Maybe I'll do some research.
Wild.
That's
absolutely crazy. Which is funny because you've always said that you feel like you and him have had similar childhoods.
No, I've never said that.
Honestly, I really did all that just so I could say that.
Yeah. Speaking of teenagers on the internet, I'm a Muzamil guy.
Welcome to the team.
Is that his name?
The GOAT, Muzamil.
Yeah, Muzamil. I do like the short little guy though. I can't remember his name, but Hasnan is baby. He might be baby goat.
He brings the energy.
He might be the
energy goat every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, by the time he gets to be Mr. Greedy and Muzamil's age, he's going to be in that conversation.
And can we talk about how Biggie needs to get a job?
Biggie desperately needs to get a job.
Biggie needs a job. Like Biggie,
your community needs you. They need help.
Could you imagine if I was out playing against like 6-year-olds to 14-year-olds?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Get a job.
He's not
and
good.
Competing for food at that.
Yeah, and he's not good.
True, he doesn't. It's not even like he wins all the time. Also, who else is it? I'm gonna accidentally call him Baby Yoda because I don't know. His name is very similar. It's like Grogu or something.
Yeah. I don't
He's
know.
also an adult. Also
Yeah.
needs to get.
Yeah. I think
He's
Biggie,
not always there. He doesn't have like a partner.
I was say I think he gets the pass because Biggie's name is Biggie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What's the other Mr. Cool or something? Something cool.
I think Cool Boy.
Cool Boy. Yeah.
Cool Boy.
Yeah,
Cool Boy. Muzamil, Hasnan, Mr. Greedy, Biggie, Little Biggie.
Little Biggie. Yeah, he's just
and Daniel.
We need to get the Rizzler and Big Justice out to compete with them.
Oh, God, talk about an all-star game.
Could you imagine?
TNT's the match. Mr. Greedy and Muzamil versus Big Justice and the Rizzler.
That'd be awesome. Let's get that on pay-per-view.
Balloon popping competition. Yeah. I would pay to watch that.
But yeah, I saw a post, an account that shared it. I was like, it's been all over my For You page. But the account was called The Hungry Games, and I thought that was really funny.
It's funny because I don't believe that this is actually their only way of getting food.
No, I don't think so either.
I think they have plenty of food, or at least enough, and they just are like, hey, let's make this a fun little game, see who gets to eat first. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, it's very dark and depressing. But they look like they're having a great time. Yeah, they're having fun, and that's all that matters. Yeah. It's also Muzamil, his dad is the GOAT. He'll do challenges against his dad, and they always tie. I could see where he gets his talent from. Yeah, but I think that's enough of third world country kids in third world countries competing for food. Chronically online. I had just a note. I just put this down the other day when it occurred to me. I'm no longer able to please Chick Fil. They haven't said my pleasure when I've said thank you in maybe 6 months in this calendar year. What Chick Fil are you going to? Cambridge and Easton. Really, Easton? I haven't gotten to my pleasure in months. I expect that from Cambridge, but not Easton. It's both. Yeah. Has Chick Fil gone woke? No more my pleasure. Wow. I won't let another man please me. Is that the opposite of woke? Yeah, exactly. But man, that is crazy. What's going on? I would ask you if this is a shared experience, but I know you don't have one nearby. I got some on the way down, and I pleased them. They said my pleasure? Yeah. So I'm just not pleasing them anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't do it for them anymore. I could be racking up milkshakes though. Your two favorite places are breaking your heart. It's true. I've complained about Chipotle and Chick-fil-A today. Wow, this is Chili's. Don't fail me now. Yeah. I need you. They're gonna take away the 3 for me and the sampler. The triple dipper. The triple dipper would be a problem. It'd be devastating. And yeah. But Chick-fil-A, Chili's will never, because you got to remember that if you get their chips for $2.50, it's free, essentially. It is. Yeah. It's free. Well, you have to pay the $2.50, but it's essentially free. And then after that, it's free. Have you also thought about how your 3 favorite places get food all start with a CH? No, that's crazy. That's insane. And my last name almost does. Yeah. After if once you say the S, after the S, the S stands for the tier that these restaurants are in, and then CH. And then Olds means Olds always eat them. Yep. Yep. It's a shame. I meant to mention this to you before. There was a tier list I wanted to do today, and I don't think anyone's ever done it because it's not on here. So we can't. That was me really saying we can't. Dang! I got so excited. I was ready to lock in. It's not on here. I could make one. I don't know how quickly I could. It's not a lot of options. I mean, if you wanted to yap for 2 minutes, I could probably cook it up. Yeah. When I was driving down to Maryland the other day, I got stuck in some traffic and I was behind. It was like a Honda Civic or something like that. And they had a bumper sticker from the popular show Doctor Who. And it said, "My other car is a TARDIS." No, sweetie. I don't know if you can say that on the podcast.
It's not. Your other car, probably like a Toyota Corolla or something like that, but it is not a telephone booth that can take you back in time or whatever. I've never seen the show, but you do not have that as another car. I hate to break it to you, but you're lying, and I could probably sue you for lying to me. I don't know if that's a real thing either, but I guess prove it if you have that bumper sticker. Like, prove to me that you can get into a TARDIS and fly around like Doctor Who. Also, I was at the Orioles game. I was thinking about the name Jackson. And if your name is Jack and you don't name your son Jack's son, then you're just wasting everybody's time. And you know what? I'll even level it up. I know Johnson isn't ever a first name, but let's start it. Why not? Why not? That's all I really have on the open mic right now. Luke's making what else can I talk about? Oh, I'm going to talk about WrestleMania real quick because Luke's going to
You know what? Don't worry about the tier list. It's fine. No, you can cook.
No, WrestleMania was awesome. I watched night one, but didn't really get to pay attention to a whole lot of it because I was watching on my phone because we were at Buffalo Wild Wings, and they put it on eventually, and then we were playing games, and it was on my phone, so didn't really catch all of it. It was good. I enjoyed it. The last match, I locked in pretty hard for that. It was insane. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Bradley, I know you love when I call you out on this podcast to talk about the WWE, so this one's for you. Yeah, but Paul Heyman, the wise man, was Roman Reigns' wise man for the longest time. Luke's taking off his headphones because he does not want to hear this.
No, just fixing.
No, he's been beating me. I'm probably just talking to nobody. You're probably going to cut this.
Wait, can you not hear me?
No, I can.
Okay, I was like, uh-oh.
No, so he was also CM Punk's best friend. So CM Punk told him he owed him a favor and took him and walked out at WrestleMania for the triple threat match. In the end, he portrayed both CM Punk and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and left with Seth Rollins. Crazy, insane storyline's going to happen. I know people are going to go, oh, WWE's fake. Yeah, so what? It's entertainment. It's a fun show. So are every other show that I watch. I love Dexter. You going to tell me that that's a made-up show? That's crazy. Then night two. Overall, a better card in general. Oh, also Jey Uso won on night one. It was awesome. I like Jey Uso. Night two, overall better matches until the main event where John Cena won. It was a good match until Travis Scott keeps coming out, and I don't understand what role he's.
Whoa! Travis Scott's gay?
Yeah, apparently.
He's doing it. He's coming out multiple times. They don't believe him the first time.
Yeah. But he came out at the end of the night and messed with Cody Rhodes, and then John Cena hit him with the belt. Hit Cody Rhodes with the belt and won.
Whoa!
Which I just don't understand what they're doing with Travis Scott. Like, he's not doing anything but doing a lot at the same time. Yeah, Becky Lynch is back. Shout out to her. How much more time do you need me to yap?
I would say approximately 93 seconds.
All right. I don't really have anything else. I've been listening to a lot of books on Audible and Libby. Which Libby, if you don't have a Libby account, it's pretty cool. Luke, you don't have Libby, do you? Do you know what it is? You don't have Libby.
I don't. But
so you use your library card and you get like access to a bunch of books that the library like has on hand that they have in audiobook and that you could read on your phone. Do you have a library card?
I used to. I
okay.
Definitely don't have a current library card.
Is the library still in the same spot as it was?
It is.
Which is, how would you get there from your house?
Why?
It's been a while since
I want me to tell people how to get to the library from my house.
Yeah, but like say I'm at Chipotle. How would I get there?
What is the joke I'm missing here?
I'm just trying to figure out where the library is.
Is it because it's close to Gay Street? Is there a joke here?
No, I didn't even. I forgot what street it was on. How would I get there?
You would, from Chipotle?
Yeah.
You would turn onto Maryland Ave.
Okay.
And you would go across the drawbridge.
Okay, nerd. This nerd knows how to get to the library.
Okay. Like, what is the lead up to this?
That's a John joke. He'll get people to start telling them, and then he'll just scream. He'll just scream nerd in their face, which is good. It is, but I didn't want to scream on the podcast because I didn't want to hurt people's ears. But yeah, it's a good joke.
And not a nerd though. Should go there more. Should read more. Should go there. Period. I don't go there at all.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't been into one in years, but I feel like they always have like good vibes. You know?
Yeah.
Like
tell you what, as soon as I learn how to upload pictures to this tier list, it's gonna be a wrap.
I thought you were gonna say as soon as you figure out how to read.
No.
Yeah, but I started listening. I finished the first book of the Silo series.
Oh, nice.
Which was really good. Dare I say this is gonna be? You're gonna call me a nerd.
Maybe yeah, I'll say you call me a nerd for not knowing how to get to the library. But I literally have to drive past every day to get to my house.
First off, I listen to the book. It's essentially a podcast.
Okay, the Silo podcast.
But I think the book might have been better than the show, and the show was good. The show was incredible. But yeah, I might think that as well. Also, I started. I listened to the book. I don't know if I've talked about this on here, but I listened to the Dark Matter book.
Tour list is done. No one cares. I'm just kidding. Finish.
I listened to the Dark Matter book, and I was like, wait, this guy might have some good books. So I went through and listened to some of his other books. 2 of his books other books are incredible. They came out more recently. And then I found a book that he has called Pines, and it's part of a 3-book series called Wayward Pines. And I also found out that they made that book series into a show on Hulu. And they only had 2 seasons. It kind of rings a bell.
Is it called Pines or like The Pines or something?
It's called Wayward Pines.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And the show, it's not a bad show, but the acting in it is awful. Like it's essentially they took like soap opera actors, or they made it a soap opera essentially. And so it's just why
do they call it a soap opera?
Because
I've never associated the opera with soap, nor soap with the opera.
Because they clean, boy. All right, let's do this tier list.
Caleb Crane, ladies and gentlemen. Also, but yeah, there's no opera in them, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Because they cleaned up all the opera out of it. They cleaned up all the music out of it and just have it as the drama.
Makes sense.
But anyway, I watched that whole first season, which takes place is the first 3 books, and the show was it was okay.
Well, now, but here's the thing though, he's had a couple books now made into shows, so now when the next one comes out, you can try to sound like big smart guy Caleb, smart guy, and be like, "Oh, I actually read the book already." So I
really hope he does.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of reading the book already, I am so mad about Last of Us.
Oh my god!
Have you watched?
No, I'm not. I haven't watched.
Have you played the game? Have you played the game?
Don't spoil. Please don't spoil it.
I can't spoil it. I won't spoil it. Listen, if you played the game, the second episode of season 2 has made me so angry, and I haven't played the game, but I feel like it's got to line up somewhat close.
Yeah, I did see a tweet.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
I saw a tweet that was like, "How if you played the game, how did you not warn us about this?" So I'm excited.
You just let. Thank you. You sat there and let it happen. You could have stopped it. I don't even know how bad I want to watch the rest of it. I'm gonna to see what happens, but I'm not even as interested.
Yeah.
You let that happen. You played the game and knew it was gonna happen. You didn't stop it. You sat there with your hands under your butt. Ridiculous. Sitting there with your teeth in your mouth, letting them do that.
Oh, that's the best. That's the best saying. Stand there with your teeth in your mouth.
You're standing there with your teeth in your mouth.
I think.
I'm so mad. And if you've seen the show, you know. If you played the game, you might know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the show, you definitely know what I'm talking about. Very angry.
Oh,
very angry. That sucked.
Before we get to the tier list, there's another HBO show that had its first episode.
Yeah. Let's do some TV.
Week.
Let's do some TV. We're just teasing the tier list all day. We just never do it.
The Rehearsal season 2.
Yeah, I watched episode 1.
Nathan Fielder's a psychopath.
He's a maniac.
That first scene when when the pilots crash and he's just standing there in the fire is so fun. Like
they're like recreate or like they were listening to the tapes and stuff and they're like talking about what happened in these real crashes. And if you're like a family member or something, you're watching this and he on his comedy show is just digging up these traumatic events.
Yeah. And he's always what's the guy, the main Moody he's just so awkward and weird.
He is.
He always finds the most awkward and weird people to be the main subjects of his show.
Look, it's Nathan Fielder. There's a chance all these aviation incidents have been simulations.
That's true.
This whole time.
That's true.
Imagine the finale. He's like, actually, I have them all right here. That was all just practice. We need to see how society would react.
Yeah. The fact that he was like he just got interested in plane crashes and then he was like, I could use this for my show, and then he's like, wait, now I have to make it a comedy?
What an absolute psychopath. You imagine going down like a YouTube rabbit hole, right? And then you're like, I should ask HBO for millions of dollars to do a show about this. And I'll just figure out how to make it funny.
I like to imagine that he was trying to figure out ideas and was just up late one night and YouTube like led him down the rabbit hole and he was like, oh,
that's the one.
I'm gonna fix planes.
And he's like, how do these keep happening? He's doing research like, they don't even do these exercises.
They don't.
Nathan Fielder, he's the best.
I do agree with him that like pilot and co-pilot should be like best friends.
Yes,
like they should be friends, but not just.
It's a real Sophie's choice though, because if they're super close, they might be horsing around.
That's true.
They need to be the
flying a plane would be so bad.
A disaster. They need to be the perfect.
You want to see me go upside down?
Yeah, they need to be like the perfect amount of like. Oh yeah, I know him. I've flown with him a couple times. Yeah, we trained together.
I mean, bet you won't fly into the World Trade Center.
All right, and we have a tier list today that we're gonna do.
Too far?
Doesn't even know what it is. Honestly, not a good tier list. But I was looking. I was counting the other day, and I was like, "This kind of looks sick. I want to do a tier list."
We do a tier list of numbers.
Tier list of U.S. currency.
Of U.S. currency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do. Okay. How do I describe this?
$100.
Let's rank them based on if you would pick it up if you dropped it, not including its monetary value.
What?
Just based on how it looks. Would you pick it up?
Why not like would you frame it?
Because I'm never framing money.
Yeah. No, that's not the point.
Okay.
The point is if it wasn't money, what would you do with it?
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I would send it to PSA.
Yes, okay.
Send it to PSA. Number one option.
Hang in entranceway.
Oh, there was a really good one I should have put on here that I didn't.
What is it?
I can't say.
Is it the...
What if I figure out how to add
it? Is it the Trump 2025 dollar?
No, it's my Justin Bieber dollar.
Oh, yeah. The Elvis dollar.
Just casually had it on there.
Never forget the Elvis dollar.
Justin Bieber. Yeah. All right, we have send to PSA, hang in the entranceway. How How about we do
bathroom art?
Bedroom poster.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think poster of like a quarter dunking on a dime or something.
I think bathroom art is a good one for under that.
Bathroom art, yeah.
Like under the live, laugh, love.
Whoa, I was gonna say, what if the last category was just live, laugh, love? Get it out of here.
Doormat.
Doormat. It's a good one.
And the last one.
Doormat?
Make another.
Yeah, 1T. Okay.
Make another one that's like car air freshener.
Where?
Huh?
Is that better or worse than doormat?
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, actually, do ornament, Christmas ornament, but maybe move that up to like between bedroom poster and bathroom art.
Above bathroom art.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because it's like special. Okay. It comes out once a year, but it only comes out once a year.
Yeah. You want to see it. Unlike Travis Scott, who's apparently just coming out left and right.
Coming out all the time.
Kanye, maybe as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Off rip. The reason I made this, I think the $10 bill is fire.
The $10 bill.
I was looking at it and I was like, this might be the best bill, despite it not being worth that much. $10 bill rocks. I would send it.
Let me get a good visual. Yeah, it's good. Front and back good.
I will add this for you because I don't know how different you can tell. It has a different tone to it. It's almost borderline yellow.
Yeah. Which one are you talking? Are you talking about the one that says "We the People" or the one that just says 10? If you that's the one that says "We the People." So this is the newer one.
That says "We." The newer one
also has Alexander Hamilton on it.
$10
on the bottom, and then to the right of Alexander Hamilton, does it say "We the People"?
Oh, it does. Yeah, and it's fire.
That one's fire. But send that one to PSA.
Yeah,
that's
love that.
Maybe the best money we have.
I would absolutely send this to PSA. That rocks. All the rich folk, by the way, that listen to our show, just pull out your wallet and just look at them for visuals. You know, you don't even need the video.
And if you're rich, and you have extra $10 bills,
send them. It's not even
for addresses.
We're not in the $10 bill game for the money. We just like how it looks, so we want like I don't know, 1 million of them each.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
That'd be awesome.
We're going in the weirdest order ever, but next we have the green $100 bill. We will have the blue if anyone's asking. There's a green and a blue. The newer one's blue. It's got the like hard blue stripe down the middle.
Yeah.
And then the older one's green.
You can buy a green $100 bill on eBay for how much do you think it's going for?
$102.
$1,200.
What?
Yep.
Can you filter by sold? See if any of them have sold recently.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't really know how eBay works.
Bro, I hope they're worth $1,200. I have one.
This one's a 50 pp heel. I don't know what that means.
50 pp
64.
It could be the serial number. I know there's like rare serial numbers.
Yeah.
So it might be
$500 for a $100 bill, Series 6.
Listen, I'm going to be checking mine. I just got one recently and I haven't took it to the bank yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. Take it to the bank.
I will not if it's worth $1,200. They can send me 12. They're like, I'll trade you 12 blue ones for one green one.
Yeah. This is crazy. I like it. I don't know if I like it as much as the blue one.
Hear me out. I think it's a Christmas ornament. I want to see it too. Every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while.
But I'm glad it was replaced. But I'm like, ooh, that's fun. The green one.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Green Benjis once a year.
But it also they have like frat flags that like the frat boy flags that have that. Mm-hmm. So bedroom posters also.
Bedroom poster. That's true. But what bedroom poster? That might be the blue one.
Yeah. Okay.
Although the blue one does feel so crisp. I would almost send it to PSA.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, we'll send it to PSA and we'll put the green one in the dorm room.
Yeah.
All right. We'll skip these coins and do the bills. We'll get to the coins. Let's do good old fashioned $1 bill. We should have done a category. Mr. Krabs would frame it.
Yeah.
Bathroom art.
Let me get some visual on it.
It's pretty basic.
It's pretty basic.
It's kind of classy in a way.
It's not going to be my doormat. It's not gonna. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna go on the Christmas tree. I'm not gonna hang it in the entrance hallway. Yeah, the bathroom art.
I like it. Now we will do the 5. Good old Honest Abe.
I think I want that as a Christmas ornament. Mostly because you're gonna have to put a hole in it to hang it up.
Yes. That makes sense.
Where do you think the hole would go in that if you're gonna hang it up? Probably like in the middle.
Same place as the $50, brother.
Yeah. You might as well put that one as Christmas ornament too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would honestly make a good Christmas ornament.
It would. I think most of the coins would, but
yeah, I think so. The $50 bill. I think I'd hang it in the entranceway. It's pretty cool. I like the way it looks.
Let's see.
Modern. I don't know what the older ones look like if they're.
Yeah, I do like this one with the flag in the back.
Yeah, it almost has like a little bit of a hint of blue and red that almost.
Yeah.
Like very
that is
vague.
Grant.
I would hang it in the entranceway.
Yeah, put that one in the entranceway.
Now we have the 20. I know you're big on the 20. Don't change it. Don't switch who's going to be on the front. It should stay Andrew Jackson forever. It's heritage. Mm-hmm. You've always said that.
Yep.
Me personally, I say change it. Put it on the doormat.
Yeah, I think it is. It doesn't.
I really don't love.
It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It's a cool.
Let me pull up the bigger picture.
Let
me pull up the bigger picture for me. It's okay. Hear me out. This weirdly kind of goes along with what I was just joking about, but like the bill looks pretty cool, but Andrew Jackson just looks kind of dumb.
Yeah,
like he doesn't look like a dumb guy. I just don't. His hair's all over the place.
It's a bad picture of
it's just like it's weird. I don't think I like the picture. I feel like his head doesn't look proportionate to his body.
Yeah, his shoulders are all scrawny.
Eyebrows just out of control.
Yeah.
Strong nose. Very strong nose.
Not bad.
But he looks like. Let me know if this makes sense. He looks like he was too cool to be on the $20 bill. Like not literally, but they were like, "Hey, we're gonna put this picture on the $20 bill," and he was like, thinking of an equation over here. I guess if you'd like to take my picture in the meantime. Like, just I'm too cool to be on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would say,
It's either bathroom art or compared to the other ones. Ornament. Yeah.
I was thinking bathroom art.
Bathroom art.
But above the one.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. There's something kind of charming about the one.
Yeah.
$1 bill. I'd like to have millions of them. All right, we'll put it there. Now we got the coins. The dollar coin, I don't know how well you can see this on the screen share. If that's really how they look, PSA. It's like almost got a gold hue to it. Yeah. Lady Liberty, a big old $1 logo.
Yeah.
I would send it to PSA. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I like it at PSA. They're clean.
Yeah. Yeah, except when they get dirty.
Yeah.
Now we have the dime. I don't want to nickel and dime you here, but yeah, we have the dime. This one,
the dime is tough because it's so small. Why is it so small?
Yeah. Also, it didn't add the penny. I accidentally didn't add the penny.
Wow, penny pinching.
I thought you were gonna say, "Wow, the only one that's like has a brown hue."
Yeah,
you didn't want to put it on there.
Well, that would just be another ornament.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, the dime, kind of cool. Weird that it's smaller than the penny.
Yeah,
feels like the lowest value should be the smallest one.
Yeah, the coins.
Don't love that it has a picture of Tom Coughlin on it. Kind of random, but I do love football.
The coins are always weird because they look like their kappa has been dictated.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't hate it. It's not my least favorite coin. Oh, there's a penny.
Did it show my files or did it just?
No, it just popped up.
Okay.
Well, lucky for you.
Well, it'd just be all my 3D print stuff. It would just say, well, no spoilers. Printing out some characters and stuff. So, no spoiler. But anyway, yeah, the penny. If you didn't see that, we just threw penny in Christmas ornament.
If you know, you know. If you're smart enough to,
figure
that one
out. Okay, the dime. I actually do kind of like the dime though.
But I think it's my least favorite of the coins.
Really interesting. So, what are you thinking?
We also don't have a $2 bill, which is absurd.
I meant to have a $2 bill. That's on me.
That's absurd. What are we putting in here?
Is coaster spelled the same way if it's an action or an item?
I think so.
Okay. I think it would be a cool coaster if it was big.
Yep, let's do it.
Bam.
Yeah. The nickel
quarter and dime.
The nickel is my favorite coin.
Or nickel, yeah. Nickel's pretty good.
I think it's got a good. It's got a good.
Also a football position, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that.
Like it has most of his. He's not just decapitated. He's like it has his shoulders in it.
Yeah, that's true.
And that
not even reason, like it has more than just his neck in it.
Yeah.
Also, strong neck on that guy.
Strong neck. I might hang a nickel in the hallway.
Okay. Cool with it. We never did air freshener. Just thought of that.
I think we switched it with ornament.
Right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now quarter. I really like the quarter. We didn't put anything in doormat though.
Yeah. Yeah. We can reassess in a second.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, he's kind of got a flat face on there. But they do.
That's true. I do feel like this is just the picture I'm looking at for the tier list is just a really good picture of the quarter.
Yeah,
it looks so shiny.
It's so shiny.
So it's making it look better than it maybe is.
I do like about the quarters is there's like they do them by state. Like each state has a specific quarter. I used to collect them, and then I wanted to buy snacks at school, so I took them out and bought snacks at school with them when I was in like elementary or middle school.
Nice.
Yeah. So I do not collect quarters anymore. But yeah, that's a tough one.
I think bedroom poster.
Yeah, it could be I think it's a bedroom poster because it could be like if it's like hanging up, it could be each side of the poster could be different sides of the quarter, and they could pretend to flip it. Yeah, I think we could probably just take doormat off. Unless you have a $2 bill.
I'm trying to think if there's. I mean, even if I do we want to put that in the doormat? I kind of like a $2 bill. $2 bill. I think I would do a bedroom poster of a $2 bill.
But the back of the $2 bill does go hard.
Yeah, I like a $2 bill.
Oh, dudes, that's a bedroom poster as well. Shoot, actually, that could be even hallway.
Man, yeah, we didn't even look at the back of any of these. The back of the $2 bill does go hard.
It goes so hard.
What are they all just in the booth cooking up the Constitution? Is that what that's a picture of? That's awesome. That rocks. Yeah, I like the $2 bill.
I think I have a $2 bill at my home.
Nice.
If I was
like that.
home
I think
I would go find
get a poster or maybe even send it to PSA.
I think it's a PSA value.
Bam. Not a great picture of it for this, but yeah, that's $2.
And I just don't think we have a doormat, but none of these are like bad.
Doormat. Crypto.
Crypto, yeah. Dogecoin.
I love some crypto though. So, I love crypto when it makes me money.
Yeah.
Hate it when it doesn't.
But yeah, you can decide what you think about this tier list. If we got it right, if you would put the same tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make this a public tier and name it something?
I did.
Yeah.
I did, and I named it. It should be called U.S. currency. That's it.
Yeah, if you want to do U.S. currency, and share
it will not have the penny or the $2 bill.
Yeah.
I added those while we were
You can upload those files.
Yeah, separately.
Yeah.
Oh, I can edit my template. I can do that later.
There you
go. Yeah. That's the tier list. Did you just look it up?
No.
For the description, that's what I put.
That's awesome.
Well, I was just money, but I was kind of. I was more so. I was hearing Mr. Krabs. Yeah. Yeah, that's the tier list.
All right. Do we want to?
Good old currency tier list. Hit some spork.
Spork and get out of here.
Let's hit this spork real quick.
I don't know if I like holding the mic or not. Like, I feel like it's.
I think I like it. I don't know if I would every time. I might.
Yeah.
There's something about
I get those goosebumps every time.
Willy-nilly. Yeah.
To you, Luke.
Yeah, well, you have to do. Hold on, do that again. You have to do the newscaster pause.
And here's Luke Schultz.
Yeah, Caleb. Tragic scenes here today. It's just always the longest pause ever.
You, Luke.
Luke.
And the dog ate a pizza, fell asleep.
Oh yes. The dog walked itself home, ate a pizza, and took a nap. Fun fact for the Hot Rod listeners out there, that was a real newscaster just locally where they were recording, and they were like, can you do this script? And she just did it and sent it back to him.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Rocks. All right, let's do Sporkle.
Sporkle.
First question. What was the quote from Hot Rod about the dog eating the pizza?
What did the dog do after it walked itself home? And before it took a nap.
Okay. How many states does Interstate 75 run through? Is this 11, 7, 6, or 4?
I don't know if I've driven on Interstate 75.
I've never even heard of 75.
11. It goes to the Midwest.
Okay.
That was a guess.
6. Bad start. At what high school was Married with Children character Al Bundy a football star? Is this Southlake High School, James Madison High School, West Falls High School, or Polk High School? I've never seen this, but Polk and Southlake ring a bell.
Polk is.
I think it's
from
Polk.
Something else.
Because he wore 33, right?
Is that this?
I've seen a Polk High School 33 jersey in my life.
That's the Friday Night Lights High School.
Ah, okay. Maybe it's Southlake? I don't know. It just rings a bell.
Southlake.
But I don't know. I've never seen it.
I haven't either.
Polk! Caleb!
Why did I think Polk was... I might be very off. I haven't seen Friday Night Lights.
No, Friday Night Lights is Friday Night Lights High School. That's why it's called that.
Yeah. I'm about to be a non-ball knower.
Oh, nice. This one's easy. What is the nickname of light heavyweight champion John Jones? Obviously, because it's light heavyweight, his nickname's Tiny.
Yeah.
No, the options are Tiny, Bones,
Dillon, Texas,
Gravedigger, and Joker. Bones. John Jones from Rochester. The Bones are actually the skeleton's money. I don't know if you're aware.
Yeah. And so are the worms.
Yeah, so are the worms. Which is cool. The St. Valentine's Day massacre occurred in 1929 in what U.S. city? Chicago, San Francisco, Boston, or Philly? I don't know that I'm familiar with this.
Well, let's see. St. Valentine is that the love? What is the city of brotherly love?
Caleb, did your mic come unplugged?
I don't think so.
I can hear you, but it's like nothing's ever been more muffled in my life. It could be my headphones. I don't know. We're gonna roll with it. The episode's almost over.
Yeah.
I can barely hear you. Oh.
Did your headphones come undone? Because I feel like I'm hearing myself through your side.
That might be what. Let me check. That might be what it was. Yeah, that was cool. They just decided to just just disconnect.
Dang.
I'll reconnect them real quick. They shouldn't have died. They were charging all day.
As Luke reconnects his headphones, potentially.
Soldier Boy, tell them Studio 3 now connected. Okay.
There we go.
All right, what were you saying? St. Valentine's Day.
Philadelphia. St. Valentine is about love, and then the city of brotherly love. That's my connection there.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Chicago.
Would have never guessed any of them.
Steve Allen and Jack Parr were the first two regular hosts of which television show? Is this The Late Show, The Tonight Show, The Late Late Show, or Late Night?
Is it Late Night?
They had two?
Late Night with Steve Allen.
Two.
Yeah.
Late Night with Jack Parr. Okay.
The Tonight Show with Steve Allen. The Tonight Show with Jack Parr. The Late
Show with Steve Allen.
I think Late Night with Steve Allen.
Late Night with Jack Parr. And here's your host, Jack Parr. I like it.
Welcome to Late Night with your host, Jack Parr. That's me.
Welcome to Late Night. I'm Steve Allen. He's Jack Parr. It was nice. Dang it. What instrument did jazz musician Dizzy Gillespie, great name, primarily play? Is this the drums, the trumpet, the piano, or the saxophone?
When I think jazz, I think saxophone.
Yeah. Nothing like a jazz sax.
Trumpet.
Which Big Ten school has the smallest stadium by capacity at around 48,000, making it half the size of some of the bigger schools' home fields?
That's Ohio State, right?
State, Northwestern, Indiana, or
probably Ohio State, because they don't really have that many fans and they're not really that good at football. No, I think it's Northwestern.
Okay. I'll take that, because if they don't have that many fans, then I'm a real one for being a fan.
It's Northwestern, I think, because they're building a new stadium now.
I would say, fun fact, I think it's significantly smaller at the moment because they're playing in a different whole thing.
Yeah. They're playing in the practice.
Yeah.
Mount Whitney,
the highest point of elevation in the 48 contiguous states, is located in which U.S. state? Is this Wyoming, California, Colorado, or Montana?
I think Colorado, out of the states that it has on there, because it's in the Rocky Mountains, and I think it's Colorado. California. Really?
Dang. Really? The main campus of which Atlantic Coast Conference University is located in Chapel Hill? Clemson University, Syracuse University, what's the Parker Posey? North Carolina, UNC Tar Heels. Go Tar Heels. I can't do Parker Posey.
It was Parker Posey.
From White Lotus. And Duke University.
It's Tar Heels.
Tar Heels. Tar Heels. She has a great accent. Great actress. Her accent in that show. I don't know if that's the only thing I know her from. I don't know if she always talks like that. She has a great, the Carolinas accent. It's awesome. Which Disney actress starred in Raise Your Voice? Was this Selena Gomez, Hilary Duff, Raven Simone, or Lindsay Lohan?
Do you know this one? Because I do not.
I kind of think this is Selena Gomez.
Was she that early on the scene in Disney?
I don't know. I feel like this might have been a movie that just slipped through the cracks, during or right after Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it was Raven or Lindsay Lohan.
Raven was in Cheetah Girls.
She was, but would they have given her another singing movie?
I don't know.
Hilary Duff. My gut's saying Selena Gomez.
Did do a bunch of those Disney movies.
I only know her from the Lizzie McGuire movie.
And Cadet Kelly.
And Cadet Kelly.
So, but that's my only thing is I feel like she did a bunch of them and I didn't see all of them.
But you should phone a friend and call that store in the shopping mall in Ocean City that sells framed pictures of like 17-year-old Hilary Duff.
What?
And ask them.
I did not know about this.
You've never been there?
No.
There's a store in the shopping mall in Ocean City. It's like a mall, technically. Regular mall. You go inside and there's a bunch of stores, but it doesn't feel like a mall. It's very weird. And one of the stores in there sells framed pictures of Hilary Duff when she was at best
That's
16.
Crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, I don't know this one. I know that Hilary Duff had a lot of movies. I feel like she had a lot of movies.
Hear me out, though. Hilary Duff
Gomez makes sense.
Has bangers. We would know one of the songs from
the bangers. But Selena Gomez.
She has more songs that I don't know, though. She has some good songs.
Yeah.
But I feel like Hilary Duff's hit rate is way higher.
That's true.
Let's go, Selena.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I was literally just going based off of how many movies they would have been in that.
I have to look up the front cover of Raise Your Voice.
Yeah.
Why do I not remember this? Like, I remember the name Raise Your Voice, but so annoying. This does look vaguely familiar. All right, well, that sucks. Next question.
2004.
Honestly, I kind of just wanted it.
Kat Dennings was in that movie.
Huh. Didn't know that. I kind of just wanted the answer to be Raven Simone so that I could have been like, oh, that's so Raven of her to do that. A Tale of Two Cities was set in Paris and what other European city? Is this Dublin, London, Berlin, or Moscow?
I don't know. I'm going to guess Berlin. I don't know when this book came out.
Caleb, Berlin is like 40 minutes from here. I doubt they filmed it there. All right, sure, Berlin.
London.
The five, we're doing bad, by the way. The 5 Olympic rings are made up of blue, red, green, yellow, and what other color? Black, pink, white, or purple?
It's black, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Is black
I'm colorblind, but I'm pretty sure it's... Well, I'm almost positive. No, don't cheat. Don't cheat.
Not cheating if it's organic.
It's cheating. It's black.
Well, lucky for you, I don't have it up here anyway. I have a couple Olympic glasses. I was going to see. All right, black. It is
I know ball.
Not a color. It's a absence of color, right?
Yeah.
The nerds, that's what the nerds say?
Yeah.
It's a color. Scrimshaw is a style of artwork involving engraving and carving of what medium? Probably the Long Island medium. Is this stone, bone, wood, or copper? Scrimshaw.
It sounds like bone, but I don't know.
I was going to say bone because I've never heard of Scrimshaw, and bone being carved or engraved would seem like the rarest of these things.
Yeah.
So, it is.
It's also their money.
Yeah. That is true. So are the worms.
Yeah.
Anosmia is the inability to perceive with which of the 5 common senses? Is this sight, touch, sound, or smell? Smell? Nostril?
Nostril. That's what I was thinking.
Anosmia?
Don't click sound.
I almost clicked on sound on accident. Smell, Let's go. What MLB player hit the most home runs during the Clinton presidency and led the American League in home runs 4 times during the same time? What kind of question is this? This is a Brandon Walker question.
Was this 96 to 2000?
Well, this is a question that they open Mostly Sports. And he's like, "Welcome back. The degrees that your shot of Jägermeister is the amount of home runs during the Clinton presidency, and subtract it until you get 0." Man, I don't know. Griffey? I have no idea.
In 96 to 2000, I don't know baseball. Frank Thomas.
I don't know baseball either.
It's Griffey, sorry.
What a specific question. That was crazy. What Greek letter represents the symbol for ohm?
Yeah.
The SI unit of resistance. Omega, beta, mu, or pi? That was all
Omega? Omega makes more sense, but is it too obvious?
Ohm, right?
Yeah.
Omega. The APGAR score is a set of 5 simple criteria used to evaluate what? Fruit, cars, head circumference, or newborn children?
Have we had this?
This is newborn children.
Yeah, we've had this. I think it's newborn children.
Yeah. The APGAR score. I don't even know what it means, but I remember it's children.
Yeah.
In the film Office Space, what were the shared first names of both the consultants that Initech brought in? Is this Ted, Jim, Bob, or John? Why does Ted ring a bell? But I've also never seen Office Space. I've seen clips.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I don't remember the rest of that song. Jim is throwing us off. They're putting Jim in there because of The Office.
Oh, The Office. I think
not Jim.
Ted might be another character in that movie. I think it's Bob and Bob.
No, you're thinking of the one with the bear.
Yeah. I think it's Bob and Bob.
There we go.
Again,
that was an era of time where like comedy was like someone's name being Bob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob. Annette Ertegun was the founder and president of what legendary American record label? Is this Capitol Records, RCA Records, Columbia Records, or Atlantic Records? I don't think it's RCA because I watched the show about the Menendez brothers, and I think their dad was like high up in RCA, and I feel like I would have heard this Met guy referenced.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Atlantic. I don't know. I just made it up. Oh.
Money. No, you didn't make it up. You knew that. With what country does Brazil share its longest border? Is this Bolivia, Peru, Argentina, or Colombia?
I want to say Argentina or Peru.
Bolivia.
Whoa.
Would have been wrong either way.
All right, I need to look at a map to see how bad that is.
That was on a little bit run. That was all the way back up to.
That was going to be for 5.
Having half of our questions right though.
Well, that was for 5, which is irritating.
It is, but we were really low in percentage, and we're up to 50 now.
Oh yeah, Bolivia is
just trying to keep the vibes up. You know, we're getting hot.
Bolivia is very much most of that border.
Yeah, and I think I know this one, so it's good. What actress has been married to both actors Gary Oldman and Ethan Hawke? Is this Julia Roberts, Meryl Streep, Uma Thurman, or Megan McCarthy? Here's the thing. Thought I knew this one, but now I'm kind of like... I thought it was Uma Thurman because she's currently married to Ethan Hawke. But... did she get divorced before?
Yeah.
Or... So one of them has been divorced before.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke or Uma Thurman, or both. Question is who? Want to just roll with Uma Thurman?
Yeah.
Overthinking it. It was indeed Uma Thurman. In pirate lore, we're big pirate guys. The concept of a black spot marking a man as condemned and or guilty originated in what adventure novel? Is this 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Treasure Island, Robinson Crusoe, On Stranger Tides? Is that like Stranger Things, just on the water?
Yeah. Well, I think on Stranger Tides, isn't that the Pirates of the Caribbean movie on Stranger Tides?
Maybe.
I think that's one of the
rewatch of all those, but I don't remember.
Also,
great films, by the way.
I think it's Robinson Crusoe. Treasure Island?
Treasure Island.
Treasure Island?
Dang. All right, let's go on a run here.
Yeah.
Let's go on a run. We got this. Which of the following colors are not mentioned in the lyrics of the 1967 Louis Armstrong single, What a Wonderful World? Blue.
Red roses.
Blue.
I think it's green.
I see gray. That's the part you should have sang.
Yeah.
And
it's green.
I don't know. Does he say something about green?
I don't think so.
Fields of green.
Is Fields of Green one?
Maybe.
I see fields of green.
Look, if you're describing a wonderful world, where would you use gray?
Clouds of gray.
No, that's not. You're not talking about clouds.
Gray might be it, but are they trying to make us zig instead of zag?
I don't know. Logic, like I'm just trying to think of a lyric where that would be like, "Ooh, that's cool and wonderful." Gray.
Does he see gray? I think it's got to be gray.
It's got to be gray.
It's got to be gray. Yeah,
let's go.
I overthought it. I overthought it.
Shout out to Louis Armstrong. The island nation of Tuvalu is located in which ocean? Is this the Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, or the Pacific Ocean? I think this is the Pacific.
I said this feels very Pacific.
This is a very Pacific question that they're asking.
Yeah.
And we have a very Pacifically correct answer. In addition to the preamble, endorsement, and signature section and amendments, I threw myself off because I was like, why is there another and? Okay, sorry. In addition to the preamble, endorsement, and signature section and amendments, the U.S. Constitution also contains 7 of what section, which are meant to detail the core components of how the country should be run. Should that be ran?
I don't know.
Not an English guy. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I think this is articles.
Is it?
Or it also could be annexes, laws, or recommendations. I don't think it's recommendation.
I think it's articles sounds right.
Like, I just feel like that's a thing. Like, amendment number da-da-da, article blah.
Yeah.
Section blah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
There we go. It was article. We were right. Common to Norway, what name is given to the long, narrow inlets of sea found between steep cliffs?
I know this.
Is this fjord? Like, they just had a typo, type in Ford. Firth, I don't like that. Fourth and fifth had a baby. Is it Mere or Arroyo?
It's a fjord.
Fjord? You think that's the answer?
It's a fjord.
Fjord F-150?
Yeah.
Let's go. Built Fjord tough. Which of the Earth's 7 continents is the 5th largest as measured by total area? Is this Antarctica, Africa, North America, or Europe? Just ask us what the largest is or the smallest.
It's Asia, and then it's Africa, then it's North America, and then I'm stuck between Europe. Maybe Europe. I think South America, then Europe.
Okay.
Why is Antarctica on there? If not just to throw us off.
You think there's anyone out there that has an aunt named Antarctica?
That'd be awesome.
This is my aunt, Antarctica. You could pull it off as a name, Antarctica. Or like Artesia. I don't know. You call it Europe or Antarctica.
I'm stuck. Okay, so I'm stuck. Did that just light up even more when I put my phone down?
I don't know.
All right, so what I'm thinking is, I know North America is huge. Is top 3. Africa. I think it might be Europe and Antarctica because South America gets really thin, and that's not even an option. Australia.
We need to get this right because I just remembered that I left my money in my Now That's What I Call Music 19 CD in my car. And I don't like that. It's just sitting out there.
I think it's Antarctica.
Okay.
Yeah,
let's go.
I was just, because it says as measured by total area. Like that wouldn't have been an option if it wasn't the case. It was Europe the second most, or the most guessed? 43.
43, 17, 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, and most people got it wrong by guessing Europe. But we're built different. Let's run through some quick, see if we can get any more.
Oh, you know this
one.
What
was the first capital of the Confederate States of America?
Yeah, you know this.
Not the biggest history buff.
Yeah, but you like this part of history.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Richmond. No, Montgomery. Should have known. They probably still are. All right, well, we got our 5, though. We got our 5.
Thanks for listening. A little bit of a longer, I mean, I guess normal
Not
time.
too bad at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Could have been a lot worse.
But you can follow me on Twitter at Caleb P. Crane. You can follow the show, who steals their memes, apparently. Yeah, Yelling at Pigeons on Twitter. Yelling at Pigeons on everything else. Yelling at Pigeons Pod on Instagram.
So, for those guys that don't know, me and Caleb had a meme that got like 10,000 likes, which was awesome, but it only translated to 3 followers. But it also translated to like 3 or 4 people that thought we stole the meme from somebody. And I forgot to tell you, Caleb, I DM'd the guy that people were saying we stole it from because I don't really care if they're mad, but I didn't want him thinking we stole it.
Yeah.
And he did finally respond a couple days later. He said, yeah, well, maybe try not stealing and making your own content, buddy.
That's what he said?
No. He said, it's chill, bro.
Okay, cool.
It's chill, bro. I just handshake responded, and I dropped him a follow.
And then follow me on Instagram at Caleb Crane.
I think and shout out to the guy who they thought we stole his meme. I think his name
is
Milwaukee Mead.
Yeah.
But he's not in Milwaukee. He's from the DMV.
Oh,
confusing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and you can follow me if I'm on it. It's Luke Schultz 56. Pretty much just Twitter.
Yeah.
And come back tomorrow. Super exciting episode tomorrow.
Very special.
We are doing our NFL draft preview because the draft is tomorrow. So you can listen to that or watch it, whatever.
There will be a mock draft.
Or in the gym. And there will be a mock draft after our interview with our good friend Derek Beasley, who will be breaking down his top 5 prospects. He does have a hard out because he's the 3rd busiest man that I know. But we're going to try to fit as many of those prospects in as we can.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Awesome. All right. I'll talk to you next week and tomorrow.
See you then. Let's bless.
Peace. What just happened?
We're doing this again. Where it's just not playing. This happened last week.
Cut this.
Yeah. This is totally. If you're hearing this, it was an accident. It was supposed to be cut.
Cut this.
Let's try it again. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.